Americans and Amp Live. How are you doing today? Hope you're rocking and rolling, gearing up for the weekend, because that's when stuff is rocking and rolling, right? So today's a sales and a field day. We're coming on here. You're going to do a little training. Going to go ahead and share a few things, do a little housekeeping, do the likes and the loves and all this good stuff. It's going to be streamed live right now. So we're live right now. So it's going to be live and uncut across the United States of America, as well as different social media platforms, right? Like Twitter, LinkedIn, Twitch, all those other ones, right? Whatever else they got out there, YouTube, and obviously Facebook, and some of the groups and pages that we, I guess, work on, because we don't quite own them, right? Facebook owns them, but we're on there. So take a look at some of those things. There'll be some links down below. Well, I'm going to pull something up today. I usually don't have a script, but I wanted to make sure that we're going to be on point about a few things here. And we're going to be talking about how to find deals that others will not work, and why. So stick around. If you can't, watch the video, come back and watch the video. It'll probably be inside of the Facebook group, or if it's on one of the pages, then just watch it all the way through. Grab those awesome pro tips that you can actually use in the field. Or I'm going to open up your mind to a few other things that are out there, maybe clarify a few things in the business, along with subject to existing financing, creative real estate investing. Like I always say, it's an umbrella, right? Anything under creative real estate investing is going to be one of those creative things. Wholesale is one of them, right? Subject to existing financing, seller financing, subject to existing financing and seller financing, right? Hybrids, subject to can be anything, subject to the taxes, subject to this or that or whatever you arrange. Novations are becoming popular, right, in different states. And, as long as you do them right with the right title companies and escrow companies, you'll be fine. Just do your homework. That's the main thing. Once you got yourself a running template of something, then you just rinse and repeat, right? We'll do the same thing in different states. If we're working a deal and the attorney says, hey, we'll use this assignment, or we're going to use this document for this particular substitute, or this is a better route to go, we feel more comfortable, then okay, great. If you got to go to title and legal to figure things out and put together something just to get it closed and get the deal done, once you do, then you got yourself a template, right? So that's just a pro tip there. But we're going to get into it a little bit here. We're going to talk about finding deals, obviously, how to find and work deals. Now, there's tons of ways to find deals, period. They're everywhere. But it does take a little bit of elbow grease. Some of it's free, some of it's paid. Bodies, OPM, other people's money, OPE, other people's efforts, right? There's a lot of stuff in technology right now where you can use, right? Which is the AI, the text, the Ring's voice message. You can use other people's efforts to bring you deals, but you're going to have to vet. If you have the time, awesome. Make some cool friends and eliminate some friends or people right at the end of the day, because you only want to work with the people that are, like-minded and moving forward to accomplish your goals and to help them accomplish their goals, and vice versa, right? So I get it with that type of stuff. But when you hunker down, even last cycle and this cycle, right? Hunker down, hyper-focus, know what you want, go after what you want, and just be that shark, man. The eyes roll back of your head, guys and gals, and just move forward and attack, right? And in a good way, right? Doesn't mean you're not here to help hurt any fellow man or woman. That's against the rules. It's against the golden rule, first of all, and it's also against PMA, positive mental attitude with action. I'm a big proponent of Think and Grow Rich in the series, and Napoleon Hill, and back in the early 1900s, where stuff was based on character, based on people's abilities and things of that nature, and giving back and stuff. But yeah, sometimes it was pretty brutal back in the day as well, right? So things have changed a lot, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Going first and foremost, right? How do we find these deals? And how are we going to go ahead and work these deals, right? How are we going to find them? What are we going to do when we do find them? And a lot of these deals, when it's a wholesale deal, they're going to be like, hey, it doesn't fit my criteria or formula of the 70 cents or 80 or 75. I say cents. Could be LTV, loan to value, ARV, all that good stuff. I keep it simple. 60, 70, 75 cents minus repairs. We're good to go. And then from there, hey, if you could do a deal, awesome, right? But things are changing and shifting, right? Because obviously wholesale is awesome to a degree. It's a one-trick pony, but at the end of the day, at least it brings in the leads. That's the first route to go. If you can get it done, awesome, make a couple of bucks. Or if you're past that phase and you're like, I don't care about that, I'm good, I'm stabilized, I want to go ahead and buy, sell, fix, flip, sub two, all that good stuff, leverage my money instead of, even if you got awesome credit and you got assets, probably only usually buy about 10 properties. Then you got to knock them out like continuously, one after another, bam, 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 bam. Then you're all tapped out, right? Then you got to either have some corporate credit or start raising capital, or you're going to be like, hey, I need some, I need some capital to do these deals, right? Sub two buyouts, private money, hard money. It is what it is. That's the other component of this whole business, is obviously funds, but you'll figure it out. So what we're going to talk about is, well, how do you get those deals? Where do you find them? And then we're going to talk about, well, hey, what type of deal is this, and why are others not doing these type of deals, right? It's simply because it comes down to experience. What you don't know is what you don't know. But if you do know, awesome. And hopefully you're hyper-focusing and becoming an expert in your area. Today, hey, maybe it's novations. Maybe it's subject to. Maybe it's just wholesaling. Maybe it's, hey, I'm just looking for properties for assisted living. Or maybe I'm just looking for properties for, what is it, the other one? We just call, back in the day, it was roommates, right? roommates. And now it's like co-living, which I get it, because roommates, hey, you come in, you pay the rent, you share the utilities, and hey, if people are eating stuff out of your fridge and stuff, and hey, man, who's eating all my shit? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? And everything, right? So a little bit different could be, because basically it's going to be the person who owns the property. We're going to come in with contracts and agreements to say, hey, this is your contract agreement for the next 3 to 6 months. And you, then we're going to offer a few things, right? I'd offer, like, hey, do you need, housekeeping services? If they're professionals, how about a chef that's going to roll in, and, that's the price you pay for more rent, right? We'll have a chef roll in if that's what you want, come in and cook, do that thing. Yes, there's liability, there's insurance, all that good stuff. It is what it is. And every property, every business, even assisted living and all that good stuff, right? Just get it covered. There's certain things you may or may not want to do. I know somebody who does traveling nurses, and they actually have a car in the garage and they give them keys. That's pretty crazy, right? What if they crash or something happens, right? So I don't know. Maybe they sign a death waiver, right? If you die in this car, it's not our problem. I don't know. Whatever works, right? But the bottom line is, there's deals out there. So if it doesn't fit the model of wholesale, then you're like, shit, what do I do? Next. Or do I just go for it and try to get it and try to lock it up and then try to sell it to an investor, right? And it may be too tight, it may be marginal, but every deal is sellable. If the seller is flexible, amen. That's a good thing. If the seller is flexible, then you can work a deal. If you have a closing ratio, a good closing ratio of about maybe 70, 80%, right? If you're at the 20, 30, 40% tile of closing, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have issues. And even then, if it's still growing into the experience phase of things, year 1, 2, or 3, because people say, I've been doing this 2 or 3 years. To me, that's still new. Do you hit the 5-year mark? Anything after 5 years, you're considered an expert. Yeah, you can have lots of volume and rock and roll. People crash and burn all day long. It is what it is. Move too fast, move too slow. It's the experience that helps you out. But I'm not here to say anything good or bad. The bottom line is just, hey, my opinion is just that. It's just an opinion. Like my dad always used to say, right? Opinions are like assholes. We all got one. And I will always voice my opinion. Now, when I was younger, I didn't, right? I was the silent type, right? I just listen, and then speak. And then words of wisdom will come out when I did speak. Now it's just, hey, I'm okay. This is God's gift. I get it. That's what I'm about. This is who I am. Hopefully that's you. And some people are like, hey, I'm not a salesperson. It's okay. You don't got to be a salesperson. But I had a mentee that asked, several actually asked, hey, are you born a salesman? Is everybody born a salesman? No. We're born who we are. We're all awesome. That's for one, right? We're all great. We're all awesome. We're all special and supercharged with, with awesomeness. But it just depends. If you want to learn it, you can learn it. If you can speak and you got arms and you got, legs and all that good stuff, and you got a brain, then yes, you can learn the process to sell. I hate the word selling, right? I prefer solutions. I prefer, yes, the art of the deal, psychologically working with a particular client, not to manipulate, but to serve, right? Sometimes they know what they want, but sometimes they just can't get it out. And that's our job to help them with that and provide those solutions on the table to say, can we do this? And that's the difference. That's why when a lot of deals are left on the table is money left on the table, kind of like calling 1,000 people, right? Now, if you get a VA, I get it. Make sure you train them, all right? So, but at the end of the day, you can have 1,000 calls, do one deal. But within that 1,000 calls, there's probably about maybe 3 to 4 or 5% that can go sub 2, maybe seller finance, fix and flip, buy and hold, and then you're leaving tons of money on the table because they won't work those deals. You won't work those deals. Your VA won't work those deals. Other people in the office won't work those deals. Or maybe it's just a wholesale shop, and that's all you want to do is wholesale. And then maybe you're going to, you can wholesale. I get it. You can wholesale anything. You can wholesale a sub 2 deal, an option deal. As long as there's a contract and you have that bag of gold to be able to sell it and turn it into the mean greens that you can put in your bank, that's a beautiful, lovely, awesome thing. What's up? What's up, little one? It's a little Yanker dog. Let's check it out. Come here. Oh, come here. All right. There you go. Look at that. That's crazy. Yeah. That's like a little Doberman, but it's not. How you doing, Chloe? All right. Go rock and roll. Go do your thing, big baby. It's all whining. Anyways, yeah. So I usually don't do that stuff, but she came over here whining a little bit, wanted a little attention. Gotta love them, right? They're part of the family too. I know that it is what it is with there. I'm not going to get too much into that, but yeah, animals, cats, dogs are all part of the family. And it is what it is. Maybe when I was younger, traumatized, some of my animals got killed and stuff like that. So like, I don't want to get an animal or a dog or a cat because then eventually they're going to pass, right? And that's the sad part. All right. So meaning more for us. So let's find those deals. Okay. So how to work though, how to find them. Obviously, I'm going to tell you, you can surf for deals. Easy peasy. There's stuff that you can do. We can give you templates. If you need them, I'll send them to you. Just kind of do the DM thing or click one of those links or get in touch with us one way or another. And we'll send out the templates. You can just copy, paste on different platforms, right? Craigslist, Facebook, any platform where that's online with a lot of traffic and sellers are putting ads on that platform to be able to sell, then you'll find deals. Of course, it's elbow grease, or you can hire someone else to do it. And the main thing is when they come in, you want to be able to do what? Qualify them. And that's what we do. We have a lead gen form, and that lead gen form acts as a script as well, right? So we have to understand, hey, what do we get them to do? Talk about the property. What do they know? Like you, if we're having a conversation to get you to talk, I want to hear about what you're about. What do you like, right? What are you about? Talk about what you know. Let's talk about your work. And then boom, but you're going to talk until we change the subject, or you're going to ask me, and we're going to go back and forth. It's the same thing. Get the seller to talk about what they know, which is the house, depending on what type of lead it is, right? Because the only thing that's going to change a little bit is then the beginning of the call. If it's they're calling you, that's different inbound. If it's outbound, different jam, right? If you're cold calling or you're calling someone that you've been working with back and forth because they advertise the property somewhere on the internet or on the MLS, or maybe it's an agent, right? I get it. There's all kinds of different little mechanisms for agent outreach, investors outreach and stuff. Are you going after deals on the MLS? Are you going after deals that are off market? Are you doing a little bit of both, right? Are you working data? Are you making phone calls, texts, ringless voice message? Are you doing mail outs and direct mail, right? So all that stuff is, it all works. Even door knocking. Door knocking still works. It's hot. It works, right? We're going to be doing that Saturday. So if you want to come out Saturday after probably 4, 5, 6 o'clock, reach out, shoot a DM, and we'll have a chit-chat, talk, see if we're a good fit. If we are, boom, we'll give you the location. We'll give you data. We're going to hook you up with some probably flyers and things of that nature. So you got to have some marketing. If you don't have any marketing, you're going to be dead in the water. I'm going to go about 15 more minutes, and I'll share some of these marketing pieces that we'll give you, or marketing pieces that if you're going to do it, you want some tips. Hey, what do I need to do? I'm thinking of door knocking. What are you going to do when you get to the door? Can you get in the door? Can you get inside the property? Are you going to understand and know how to walk through the house and be able to write up that offer? Are you prepared? Did you bring your bag of tricks, right? Or are you just going to go knock on doors and go, oh, fuck, I don't got any contracts, right? I had that happen before with a mentee. And it's like, hey, all right, let's get this thing going. Let's write it up. I don't have any contracts. Oh, then we talk about that. Hey, so you got to have your bag of tricks, your flyers, your contracts, agreements, because It's not all going to be on your iPad, your phone, and your laptop or desktop, right? Sometimes, hey, you got to break it out and start writing. Old school, boom, write that shit up. Lock it up. That's what I would do, because you never know where a deal is going to come from, right? So first and foremost, I know it's already the middle, but we got the Amp Live Real Estate Show. That's me. I'm your host, Eric. If you don't know who I am, that's okay. Just hashtag get Erick Paul live. Tons of videos. Watch all kinds of stuff. Everything from anything under the creative real estate investing umbrella, I'll be sharing with you, or I have shared one capacity or another. So, hey, this has become easy peasy for me at the end of the day. In the beginning, it's like, oh my God, I want to get on video. I got to talk and do all this good stuff. But now, hey, we're just sharing today. So just going to grab some education. Hopefully it inspires you to go out there and do some things. If you have some questions, 2024 is turning into an awesome year. So let's keep the things rolling and open door here. If you're an awesome person, we want to talk with you. The golden rule, PMA, positive mental attitude, right? If you have all that good stuff, awesome. If not, that's okay. Or maybe we can fire up your day. If you're having a bad day, we'll make it a better one. Anyways, so the whole goal here is amplify the art of the deal and take your real estate business to new heights. You want to amplify your life, right? And that's what real estate will do for you. It gives you a lifestyle. That real estate is not a site. It's not like a job or a career or a 9 to 5. It's a lifestyle. It's part of your life. Part of like what you do when you put on your shoes, when you go drive the car, when you go do something with your family, right? It is a part of what you are and who you are as your core. It doesn't have to be, but eventually it gets addicting. You'll get obsessed or not. Maybe it's just, hey, I just want to do a couple deals. Hey, you know what? You're going to figure it out. Hey, I don't want to do this and that and build out a real estate private investment firm. I just want to write a check. I just want to get a check, and how can I invest? That's why people do syndications. That's why other people invest in different types of vehicles so they get a better return on what they're getting in the bank or their 401k or an IRA or annuity of some sort, right? And we do the same thing. We call them friendship deals. Friendship deals, right? There's the 3, right? Boom, friendship deals. And we usually do about 1, 2, 3 friendship deals first, and then we'll move into other types of vehicles. Or, hey, if, drop off, that's okay, right? No harm, no foul. All right, so that's the Amp Live Real Estate Show. Get Erick Paul. Amp Live, let me see what we got here. Let me move this over here. Whoop. Change this to. Let me pull that, drop that. And then I'm going to change this over here to Americans Helping Americans. You go right there, check that out. It's new and emerging. We're also going to have AHA University coming down the wire. Cruising into, I wanted to get it done on the end of the first quarter, but it looks like it'll probably be towards the end of the first quarter or middle of the second quarter, but it's going to happen. But let's get into, what do we got here? Okay. Let's get into methods to the madness and why you need to learn creative real estate investing, adapt, adjust, and perish is what I always say. I always say rock and roll instead of perishing. But you got to get up. You got to keep on rock and rolling, moving forward. How do you find these deals? Easy peasy elbow grease. You can do that. We call it surfing for deals. It's like driving for dollars. Who the hell is that? Providence, Rhode Island. New York call. I don't know how that is, but apologize for the inconvenience there. But we're going to move forward. So let's go ahead and let's talk about, and it is, this is, by the way, tomorrow's March. Right, so we got March Madness. I'm not talking about football or sports. I'm talking about March Madness, March real estate madness, springtime, rocking and rolling, firing it up here in Southern California or wherever you're at, right? So that's why I'm kind of fired up. I feel good about everything because March is coming, and that's always a good time. Spring, summer, deals are popping, easier to sell properties and this and that nature. Everything is just moves forward, right? So it's what is that? What we got here? Confirm passcode for what? Sorry about that. Okay. But March Madness is here. So we'll be doing some promos, having promos as we're narrowing down the one-on-one mentoring program. We'll be more towards of one to many and then eventually many to many. I get it, right? That's a natural progression. We've been doing one-on-one for such a long time. I love it. We love it. But at the end of the day, we're pivoting and gearing up for the future and for the real estate cycle that is here and emerging. And it's just going to be the best way to serve us, serve you, and serve everything that we do. So keep that in mind. March Madness. We still have the promo. It's the last day is the day, 29th. Right. So whatever it was for 2023, for the hard cost for one-on-one mentoring, take advantage of it. Jump on it, right? Because it is jumping up. I think it was going to jump up to 58%, somewhere around there or more. And about tomorrow, that's March. All right. It's not 2024. We were just going to do 2024, but we held on to January and February, move with the momentum. So awesome people come aboard. We're rocking and rolling. Hey, we're going to be I've been wanting to get into Tennessee. So I just talked to some awesome people and an awesome young man as well out in Tennessee. He's from Cali. And we're going to get some deals out there, right? So I'm looking at Nashville, Memphis. He's in a weird little cool town, but the town, we did the demographics, looked at it and said, that's hot as shit. Awesome, right? So hundreds of sales, and they're selling within 20 days. So fix and flip, buy and hold, we'll be there. So if you're looking for anything in Tennessee, reach out. Or if you have anything in Tennessee, reach out. Different areas. I know Tennessee is pretty big too as well, right? And they're spread out from their areas. But hey, it's all right. We're also looking in Texas, Ohio, a little bit of Missouri, a little bit of Arkansas, and obviously Vegas. We're tapping in a little bit there, here and there. And, of course, Southern California is where we're from. So if you've ever been afraid to invest in Southern California, don't be. Give us a call. Let's chat, see if we're a good fit. If you got funds or you're looking to do deals, just work together and give us a holler. Well, definitely, at least you'll feel better about what we do, right? Because I say if you can't do deals in your own backyard, then how are you going to do deals anywhere else, right? For a long, sustained period of time. It's probably not going to happen unless you're doing stuff in your own backyard and then have boots on the ground in different areas. Not that it can't be done. Some people get lucky and a little bit of here and there, but it's always gonna hit a brick wall sooner or later, right? Unless you have all the pieces put together like a puzzle, right? So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more. We're going to talk a little bit about March Madness. Okay, why you are the key. 80% is you. So that's the thing. You got to learn the art of the deal. Learn how to talk with sellers, right? And if it's a part you don't want to learn, I get it. Other people say, well, find other people that's better at certain things than you. I get that, but you should still be able to learn how to do it, because if it's your company and you're building the company or whatever, well, at least that's where I'm going to go take it from, is that this should be a business. You treat it like a business. This is what you want to do. So you should have employees or independent contractors, and then you're going to have the SOPs and human resources and all that good stuff, however you want to do it or not. If it's just a small firm and it's just you and a handful of people, still, you want to train them. You want them to have your business perceived a certain way. Then they need to be trained a certain way. And then you have to be able to train them a certain way, right? I mean, I had one young man is like, hey, I'm doing this real estate thing. It's awesome. It's beautiful, cool. But I'm going to get my license, and then I'm going to go ahead, and I got this guy who is going to let me train all these other agents, in the real estate agent business, because I'm a sales dude. And then at the same token, I'm doing this real estate stuff. I'm going to bring that to the table. It didn't make any sense to me, because just because you get your license doesn't mean you're a professional, right? You can sell, but you still need to understand the contracts. You got to understand how to be a buyer's agent, understand how to be a listing agent, understand how to be a creative real estate investor at the same token, and how are you going to train other people when you just got started a few months ago? It doesn't make any sense, right? That's a kind of kukuluku thinking. And you're just going to crash and burn, but people are going to do what they're going to do, right? And then things happen in life. Oh, shit, I was expecting this and that and that. Be prepared. Be prepared for the worst and have a plan. And then stick to that plan and be stubborn. Be freaking stubborn. Be a mule, right? And say, I'm just doing this, boom. Hammer. If you got other experienced people that are going to help you, then of course, take their damn advice. They say, don't go over there because there's nothing over there, then don't go. You're just going to look like an idiot, but if you want to, go for it. A lot of people do. And then they're going to come back and go, hey, they're not going to look at you and go, well, whatever. I told you so. It's like, well, what do you want to do? I don't want to listen to what you have to say. All right, beautiful. Let's go this way. Here's the money. This is what we're going to do. That's how it works, right? That's what I would do. Well, I had a mentor or someone telling me or teaching me or even guiding me or asking for advice. I'm going to check it out. Then I'm going to do my homework, and then I'm going to go, okay, sounds solid to me. You still got to do your research a little bit, right? Ask questions and then execute. And if it works, rinse and repeat. Pretty simple. If it doesn't work, then there's and if it works for the person that's sharing it with you and it's been working, then it's not the mechanism. It's not the person, it's you. For whatever you're doing is not working, or if it's not working, it's because you're not doing something right. You're not assimilating right. You're not working the parallel world with whoever you're working with, right? Or you're trying to change it, or you have your own opinion of something. And that usually is a recipe for failure, right? That's like going to McDonald's and saying, we've been making these burgers forever, and this is how long it takes. This is how many people it takes. And every time we pop out a burger, and here's the time, everything all metriced out. And you need to go in there, you know what? Shouldn't be making burgers like this. You should probably make them like this. All right? It's not going to happen, right? They have the experience. You don't. It's the same thing. Right? So the deals are out there. Put those CRMs together. There's a bunch of them that you can jump into, right? REI Reply, Batch. There's Real Flow. There's what else we got? All kinds of independent ones that are on a high level. I believe it's called, I forgot what it's called, H something now, high level something. It's a white label company that does software, and you can build out your own CRM. Podio's cool if you can work it. There's guys and gals that'll build out Podio for you. But if you break it, you better be a programmer, or you're going to have to pay them to fix whatever you break. There's all kinds of like independent platforms for text. I shared a couple of those places where you can stovetop remedies for text and ringless voice message that you can get into a few days ago. I don't know what video it is, but if you want to know what those are, definitely reach out or comment below and say, hey, can you tell me where that text platform's at? There's two of them that I like and that we share. Yes, you can get a CRM, REI Reply. There's REI Pro. There's a bunch of them, but you got to figure out what's going to work best for you and your business, right? REI Black Book. So I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff out there. I don't have any affiliate links down below, so I don't get paid. I'm not endorsing them, any of them. They're just out there. We've tested them. We know which ones we like, which ones work, which ones have opt-in, which ones are not going to allow you to text blast and things of that nature, which one's going to charge you more for data. Others will give you cheap or give you data, but it's shit data. All those things come down the wire, right? At the end of the day, super important, right? Because it's going to take time to figure that shit out. When you're working with us, you won't have to. But I would suggest at least start somewhere. Do some homework. So I would suggest get yourself, if you want to do the CRM thing and you're tired of the elbow grease, or maybe you work a lot, or maybe you're like, you know what, I want to put systems in place. Get a CRM, get some data, and no, not all data is good. There's good data, there's bad data. All right, so make sure you get the good data. And they're going, well, where do I get that? Get it from the source. I believe it's REI Resource. At least that's what it was called for us. They might have changed the name. It's REI List or something. That's independent, kind of like a clunky machine, but they have the data direct. They sell tons and tons of data to everybody else. And then it gets, what do you call it? I forgot what they do. They kind of like go through it, and everybody has their little algorithms, and they change stuff up or whatever to kind of look, to confirm the data. But it's a toss up, but at least you know that the data is there. And always keep your data. I know some people that, that number didn't work, or they sold the house, delete it. No, why would you delete it, right? Unless you plan on getting out of the business in a couple of years, because they're going to eventually want to sell sooner or later again, right? People move every 3 to 5 years. So if you're in the real estate business, leave them in there. Let that system work. Let the automation work, right? But finding those deals, that's one way of doing it, right? Putting in that data, doing the text. People respond very quickly on text. Whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. They're going to respond because it goes directly to the phone. They'll respond to you one way or another. Ring this voice message every once in a while. Cold calling, yes, works, but you got to get a lot of people cold calling. Or if you can handle it and you can pay for it, advertise, right? Whether it's billboards, pay-per-click, Facebook marketing, the mobile marketing, all that good stuff, retargeting, SEO works. It's a longer game, and hey, go for it. If you plan on being in the business, you probably should have some awesome websites, tweak them all out, get them all tagged out, SEO'd up, and then get that SEO rolling, right? Get on the first page of Google. That stuff still works, right? People look for stuff. If you're coming up above everybody else, they're going to call you first. And even if they call the other ones, 9 times out of 10, they're coming and going anyways, right? So if they don't answer their phone, good for you, right? If they're not very good at what they do, better for you. So it happens all the time. Just be on your stuff, right? Be on it like flies on you know what. And when they call, boom, speed the lead, jump on it. If it's you or you got a family member or you got a team that you're building, I will say, yes, building a team can be a little bit daunting unless you're paying them or there's some incentive or you're going to bring them in because they want to learn and things of that nature, right? Because most people will burn out in a couple of weeks to 30 days and they're like, oh, shit, they're gone, right? Because free is shit and free is free. And, they'll come in and if they perform, awesome, we'll write them a check. If not, then they got to go bye-bye or they're just going to give up anyways, right? And quit. So, sales is sales. Unless they're making money and you give them all the tools they need to make money, then they'll stick around, right? And that's the goal. But it also, you got to manage all that. So that's like anything else, a brokerage, a restaurant, a garage, real estate, whatever it is, it all has to be managed. And you have to frame it in a good way, right? Not frame it as a pain in the ass and this and that. I get it. There's a lot of pains in the asses out there, and a lot of it is mostly people, right? I don't want to be cynical, but it's true. It is what it is. You want to find the good ones. You want to keep them inspired. You want to work with like-minded people. At the same token, remember, 80% is you. 80% is you to get your closing ratios rocking and rolling, even if you don't want to make the calls. But if sooner or later, if you're going, man, shit, you can start hiring people. And then if they do a couple deals here, make some money, eventually they're going to leave or they're going to, hey, you're leaving money on the table somewhere because you're not at your top of your game, right? In the closing ratios or how you want your business to run, right? And then 20% is automation. So tech automation is about 20%. That's obviously, I hate to say that, right? Why it's not enough to survive, right? A lot of people are going to try to do tech, and make offers on the phone. Does it work? Of course. Everybody wants to automate some stuff. AI, I get it. They got people talking and lead generating. It's a beautiful thing if you can get it done. Offers and stuff, slamming them out left and right. But with technology, it's built by humans. And even if it's built by AI, there's always going to be glitches. There's always going to be shit that's going to break down. It's a machine, right? So, even people get tired and they break down too. But, pick your poison. All right. So the art of the deal. Do you know what it is? Do you know what the art of the deal is? And if you do, great. If you don't, you don't. The art of the deal is just being able to negotiate the process, being able to understand what the seller wants, offering solutions, tie down sales 101 a little bit, right? Is what it's all about. Psychological, right? It's a psychological game and dance a lot of times because they don't know you. But the goal is to build that relationship with them, go belly to belly to get better deals. And if you don't, that's okay. Do the slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Do the spaghetti at the wall, make offers on the phone, and keep on rocking, 1 out of 1,000. I know if you write 500 offers, you'll probably get a deal. But hopefully you got it. And maybe that's all you focus on. Or you got a small village just popping out LOIs. LOIs are the easiest, right? Unless you have something like the MLS and you got car forms, right? And you just put names in there, and they'll populate all your contracts for you. Mail merge or whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever software they have. Beautiful. But you still got to have what? People do that for you. And you can do that. You can test it out, see if it works. It does work, trust me. But, like I said, it takes a small village. And, you're going to leave a lot of money on the table, right? All right, so do it for your family. Okay, so here's one. I love this right here. The art of the deal, right? Would you like to beat out others to the deal? Well, that's one way of doing it, right? Customer service has been thrown out the door. So take care of your clients, take care of your customers, and they'll take care of you. The golden rule, right? Treat others as how you would like to be treated. Positive mental attitude, right? Be happy and smile if you're on the phone, if you're going to go meet your clients. You're there to inspire. They like you. They're going to work with you. They're going to buy from you. I get it. But at the same token, it's not a charity. So we got to be able to make offers that make sense. Right? We make our money when we buy it. And sometimes the ego kicks in. I want to help them. But if you can't help them, it's going to cost you money. Then, hey, you could if you want. It's up to you. It's your business, right? I wouldn't be, I've been guilty of it. I've done it in the past. Okay. So would you like to learn what 1% to 3% of investors in America know how to do? And that is creative real estate investor. Probably going, what the hell is that? What is 1 to 3%? Not the 1 to 3% of being rich, but it's 1 to 3% of American investors who truly know how to do subject to existing financing, creative real estate investing, putting properties into trust for legal and tax purposes and things of that nature, right? Just knowing how to do things correctly to avoid certain things, right? It's just the processes and systems that work. But at the same token, people work. And if you understand that as well, then, you got to be able to manage. If you've never managed, then it's going to be something you're going to have to learn. I learned the hard way when I got into management with the corporate gig, right? I was Mr., come on, let's go. And then run off people, right? Because I say something to this person the same way, and I say it to someone over here. They understand it. This one cries and whines. Say it to the one in the middle. They're like, oh, you're an asshole. I'm just trying to do my job, right? So you have to wear different personalities, different hats, and all that good stuff in this business. It's different than a job, but once you get the hang of it, or you get that bug and you get obsessed, you're going to love it, right? So that's part of getting those deals, right? Why will others leave deals on the table? Well, because, I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to ask all those questions. I don't want to say this. I don't want to do that. Hey, do you want the offer? Hey, this is what, can I make you an offer? This is, you're going to sabotage yourself without taking those extra steps, right? Kind of like in Think and Grow Rich and how I've learned over the years, right? Do more than what you're paid to do. If you do more than what you're paid to do, ready for it? You'll always have a job in a regular job. And if you become an entrepreneur and you're doing this and you're doing the business or any business, right? Take care of your client. Do more than what you're paid to do, period. And do it with a smile. What's wrong with that, right? Nothing. Especially if you like what you do, then it's not a job. All right. You want to become the 1% to 3%. And the opportunity is here, right? Do it for your family. Obviously build a legacy. That's why I'm doing it. TikTok, time is running out. This is from the ad here. So don't be the shoulda, coulda, woulda type of person, right? And don't do it. You could do nothing and come back 2, 3, 4, 5 years, or go, I'm going to wait till the next cycle. Or I'm going to wait till things drop. Or I'm going to wait till the market comes down, right? Or I'm going to save some more money. Or I'm going to do this and do that and do this and do that. We all do it. If you got a game plan, hey, awesome. At least you got a game plan. So I commend you for that. If you don't have a game plan, and it's all right here, sometimes that happens. It's a lot of my shit's in here, but then I put it to paper. And then once I put it to paper, then I start reading it and scoping it out every day, right? Then I got to execute, start doing it, start testing it and moving forward. And then things start manifesting. That's the hard part, because sometimes you're going, shit's going to manifest and we're going to start rocking and rolling. Oh, shit. It happens, right? But you have to have a plan. You got to have a plan of attack. You got to run the numbers, crunch the numbers, see if you're willing to do that. What things do you need or not need right now, right? Don't put the cart before the horse. A lot of people do that. And they build out, all their stuff and apparatuses and things of that nature, but they suck at the art of the deal. They suck at negotiating. They suck at working with sellers. And they think that, hey, the solution is, well, I'll just have someone else do that. If you can afford them, cool. Interview them just like a job. Acquisitions. You're kicking ass, go steal them from someone else. Pay them more money, give them better splits, and say, come work with me. We'll give you leads. I'll spend money on leads. I'll do whatever I need to do to keep you. Shit, I'll give you I'll lease a car for you, right? Your phone, whatever it takes as a salesperson to get that awesome person, because they're eventually going to make you a lot of money. Doesn't matter what it is. Salespeople, hey, I love salespeople who are on commission and they're not worried about a salary. They're like, hey, I don't want a ceiling on my paycheck. Don't want no ceiling. Nope. Right here. Nope. Wherever. Like, no, commission. Straight up. Salary and commission, or draw on commission, then, they got to go wonky. They're not too confident of their skill set in closing ratios, obviously, right? So you want the best. And I always say, become the best yourself. And whatever it is, whether it's sales, maybe it's operations, maybe it's systems and processes, maybe it's the marketing aspect of it. Maybe it's, hey, I like operations and this and that, and I want to do the P&L and this. I'll get someone else to go out and get the properties, deal with the properties and lock them up, and then dispo to close them, and all that beautiful stuff, right? So let's keep on rocking here. What do we got? Some people ask, when's the best time to get into real estate? Okay. Is it an up market? Is it a down market? Is it a sideways market? The market's going like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth right now. Okay. Crystal Ball says, keep on rocking. We're almost, a lot of pre-foreclosures are happening. Okay. There's REOs that are on the table. There's more foreclosures, but you're not seeing them because the bank's holding on to them, probably selling them off in packages to other investment firms and hedge funds and things of that nature, right? So the point is that when's the best time to get into real estate? When you're ready, when you made a commitment. Anytime is the best time, whether it's up market, down market, sideways market, doesn't matter. Just get in, lock in your position, lock in your hyper focus, lock in your mentality, your mindset, and you'll be fine. Okay. Now there's going to be some navigation along the way. I should have did this. I should have did that. I should have did this. Maybe I should do this, do that. It's human nature, right? Unless you're working with somebody and you have a mentor or coach or people that are working with you who've already been through it, they're going to go, no, we're not going that way. You can just go this way. Let's do this. Let's do that. So I get that, right? And it's powerful. And it does help, but some people are just stubborn. You know, I'm a victim. I'm not a victim of that, or I should say, I'm a person who's stubborn. I like things done a certain way. I want them tested. And I want to do it a certain way, and I want the recipe to do what it needs to do in the process and the system. And look at all the numbers and going, hey, we get 20 submissions, 5 to 7 appointments, 3 to 4 offers. We're getting 1 to 3 deals, based on maybe a 40, 50, 60% closing ratio, 70, 80% closing ratio. We're going to close more deals, 7 or 8. Right? Can we write an offer to all 20 submissions? We sure can. And then put the rest into where? Automation. And eventually in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, who cares? Those people are going to reach back and they're going to touch bases with us, and we're going to buy their property. We're going to list their property. We're going to get them a loan. We're going to do something with those people one way or another. If not, that's okay. If someone else gets the deal, hey, I commend them for doing so. But at least they're going to see our face and our presence. That's the goal. Okay. That's what should be your goal. You know, statistically, too, either a friend or an agent who's always in front of somebody will get the listing, will get the deal. So the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Shit, I think I'm hungry here. I'm hungry because I'm like smelling food and going, man, I'm hungry. All right. So easy peasy rock and roll. In God we trust. Join. There'll be some links down below. You can join the Facebook group. Go ahead and join that Facebook group. Right there, that's the sub 2 one, and there should be a link down below where you can grab the sub 2, grab the creative real estate investment group, jump in there, it's free. There'll also be the let's see if we're a good fit for each other. It's the AMP Live survey. Click that. No harm, no foul, no obligation whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead and probably close this out real quick, and let me add something here. We'll get back to this. Where's it at? Boink. There we go. Okay, so if you got any questions, definitely ask. I'm not sure. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to put never miss a comment. Boom, boom, boom. And there should be a link in the comment as well. I just like to type in rock and roll. I'm going to go get my butt off here because we're already at 42 minutes. And we got to get rock and rolling. It's a sales and field day. So we're going to be talking to sellers and doing what we need to do at the end of the day. Plus, I'm hungry. I'll get something to eat and then get in there. So feel free. If you got my number, reach out. If you have my email, reach out. If you have our information, definitely reach out. Click those links down below. They're free. There's no obligation whatsoever. Take a look. Let's rock and roll. Saturday, we're going to be going out. So tomorrow is Friday for Friday highlights. So we'll be back just talking about the pulse of real estate, what's going on in real estate, what type of deals are popping or not popping, what's cool, what CRMs are working or not working, is text working, still working, right? But to wrap it up real quick with a simple synopsis of, hey, about the deals, right? Why would you work deals that others are not going to work? It's a beautiful thing, right? You know how many times you talk to other investors or wholesalers and then the deal don't close, but if they put you in connect with them, then you can turn around and close that deal, give them a couple of bucks and move on. So this way you don't have to like give up your whole enchilada, or it's just going to be, hey, you're working deals or someone else gave up on, or you're going to get in there first or second or third. And if somebody was going, man, this is not working, wholesale, but we can go in with terms. You can go in with terms, an option subject to, or give them a little bit more money one way or another and work that out, then you're going to get the deal, right? It's kind of like having more than just the one-trick pony of wholesale. And yes, wholesale, you can sub to wholesale. You can wholesale sub to and options. You can sell anything at a discount, right? Or not, or wrap it around and package it up into a nice little package for investors, because there's all kinds of investors out there, all kinds of different buyers as well. And yeah, novations are popping. We'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow, and subject to existing financing, pre-foreclosures, and probates, because the baby boomers thing is happening, right, with the wealth exchange. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then Saturday, we're going to have, what do we got? Saturday training, but we're going to be out in the field. So we're going to be going live, I believe, out here in one of these counties, either San Bernardino, Riverside, Orange County, or Los Angeles. And we're going to be doing some door knocking. If you want to attend, definitely click the link down below or say, hey, man, I want to show up. I'm in Southern California, or you're in another state and you're coming for vacation, like to hang out for a day. Definitely reach out. But it's going to be after probably 4 or 5 p.m. To be able to get together, and we'll give you that location after we chat and we talk, and then go from there, okay? So without further ado, rock and roll at all that you do. I'm Eric from AHA. Americans helping Americans, one American at a time, one family at a time, one property at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with AHA, our AMP Live, the American Mentee Program. Look forward to speaking with you. Look forward to rocking and rolling with you. If you, I know that's it, really. I'm just going to wrap it up very quickly. And we'll go from there. But I'm fired up. I'm excited. Reach out. Catch me today because it is a sales day. So you can pick the hell out of my brain if I got time, or just shoot me a text. I do not answer my phone. So it's best to shoot me a text, and I'll get back in touch with you. Or fill out that AMP Live survey. We'll chit-chat talk, or get in the darn group, and we'll hey, reach out. Just say some stuff. Say, I need some help with this deal. I got a foreclosure. And thank you for the people who've been sending us like pre-foreclosures, probates, multifamily, and stuff like that, and sending stuff down the wire. We do appreciate it. Keep on sending it down the wire. We will jump on something and pop on something. And I'm not going to get into all the other stuff that we do, but the bottom line is this: rock and roll. Have an awesome, awesome week. The weekend is coming, so get out there. Deals are everywhere. Turn that bag of gold into some mean green cash. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.